Hi, my lovelies. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Annie Ami. I sincerely want to apologize for taking too long before posting the part 2 of this video. I'm really sorry. I was caught up with a lot of activities. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. All right, so let's dive into the sewing. So here, I've gone ahead to place the front side and the back side right side facing each other, then join the shoulder. Next thing I'll do is to um attach the sleeve, but before I do that, I'll fold the sleeve into two and notch the center part, then pin it down. So the next thing to do is to close the two sides. After doing that, we'll cut out the pocket for the jacket. If you notice, there's this pocket that is always at the front of a bomber jacket. So the length of this pocket is 11 inches. Then from the top there I have 4.5 inches, and this lower part I have 4.5 inches. So when I'm done sewing, I'm going to sew the upper part and the curved part with half inch. So when I'm done, I'm going to be left with 4 inches. And I'm sorry I didn't show the part where I attached the pocket to the jacket. So after this, the next thing to do is to measure the lower part of the jacket where we're going to be attaching the band. um, so this is to ascertain how many inches of band you'll be needing. So the length of the band is 5 inches. When folded, it's going to be 2.5 inches, and the length of the band is about 1 inch, yeah, like 36 inches. So if you notice, the part I'm trimming out is the leather material, so I had to cut like 4 inches by 5 inches length. So if you notice, the bomber jacket usually has this 2 inches design by attached to the band. I don't know how to explain, but I hope you understand. So what I'm going to do is to notch the band, to fold it by into two, notch the middle part, and also fold the jacket and notch the middle part. So this is to assessing the middle and to know where to start sewing from. So I'm going to go ahead to use pin to secure the whole place to make sure that both the jacket and the band aligns, one is not longer than the other one. So after doing that, I'll go ahead and start sewing. So while I'm sewing, I'm going to be stretching the band because it has how do I explain it, it is not elastic, but it stretches, if you understand what I mean. All right, so the next thing to do is to also attach the lining piece to the lower part. We already know it's an inseam sewing, so I'll bring in the lining piece and attach it on the lower part of the band. So I'm going to go ahead and fold the lower part of the lining into two and notch it, then place the material, place the lining right side facing each other with the band. So I'm going to go ahead and secure the place with a pin, then also run a stitch. Please watch carefully to see what I'm doing. All right, so here I'm done attaching the lining. You can see it clearly, and there is our pocket. You might not see it clearly. I omitted this part. Okay, so the next thing to do is to attach our zipper. So on the band part, we're going to measure, the band is 5 inches, so I'm going to fold it into two. So the band is going to be between the leather material and the lining, so I'm going to notch it. So when folded into two, it's going to be 2.5. So I'm going to place the zip in between the lining and the leather material. I hope this explains the process well. So I'm going to, from the part where I notched, the part where I notched, I'm going to place the zipper, then use the lining piece to cover it, then I'll go ahead and pin it down. So it's an inseam sewing. We are going to be sewing with just half an inch. If you remember, while cutting, we left half an inch for the zipper allowance. So I'm going to go ahead and pin it down from this lower part to the upper part. I'll make sure I pin it down so that the lining and the leather material will align. What I mean is that after sewing, one of the piece is not going to be longer than the other one. So I'm going to pin this and sew, then go ahead and do it on the other side. So here I was done attaching the zip. After this, I'm going to go ahead and trim out the excess parts of the zip. Then after that, I'm going to turn this jacket. I'm going to turn it out to the wrong side and take the neckline measurements. This is to ascertain how many inches we're going to be needing for the neckband. So the neck band is 4 inches, but when unfold it's going to be 2 inches, so we're going to be attaching with half inch. Then after that we'll be left with 1.5 inches. So here you can see me curving the band, not on the folded part, on the part that is open. This is to give it just a little curve. So after doing this, the next thing is to notch the middle of the band. So after measuring the neck, what we got was 17 inches. So usually if it's a normal collar neck, you're going to divide it by 2 and add half an inch for sewing, but this is not the same case because this band is stretchy. Well, actually the what I cut out was about 6 inches because this band is stretchy, so please watch closely how I'm going to be attaching it. So the curvy part is going to be at the outer part of the jacket, that is going to be connecting to the zip. So I'm going to place it at the part where I'm going to be placing the band at the part where I notch, and it's going to be in between the leather material and the lining piece. You see, I'm going to use the lining to cover it up and pin it down. So I'm going to do the same all around. So if you notice the part I curved, it is this part that is going towards where we'll attach the zip. So I've already gone ahead to pin down with my pin, so I'm going to run a stitch. After doing this, I'm going to run a stitch twice to avoid losing. So I'm going to sew all through using half an inch. So the next step is to attach the band to the sleeve. So the width of the band is 8 inches and the length is 5 inches, but we're going to be folding into 2 before attaching. We're going to be attaching with half an inch. So after attaching it with half an inch, we'll be left with 2 inches. So if you noticed, I had to turn the jacket to the wrong side before inserting the band inside. So this time around, this sleeve, this band sewing is not an inseam sewing because every part has been closed. So the only way to fix this band is to do it the normal way. So it's not in between the lining and the material. So we just had to fix it the normal way. Then at the end, I'm going to be weaving that part. So it's time to iron, but before placing the iron on the material, I'm going to use a fabric to cover the leather parts to avoid burning it. So I'm going to give it a good press, then wear it for you to see. And here is the final result. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you, and see you in my next video. Bye.